So I ordered this DIY PC case from Newegg, and the box it comes in is just like this. Nothing super special about it. It's the Alpha DB6, I'm guessing is the model name. There's not much else to look at. And then I opened it up, and on the inside I had this piece that was kind of wrapped in plastic and styrofoam, and it appears that it's just acrylic, and then it's I'm guessing it's black acrylic, and I'll have to peel off the protection on there. And then also in another little baggie there was this, which looks like a front panel connection of some sort. It must connect or screw in somehow. And then the audio and USB header. These look like some kind of, I think these are PCI slot kind of protectors, or to handle the cards. There's a bag of these, I guess they're feet of some sort. There's a couple of bags of these. I'm going to guess they look like they're probably for drive bays. A couple of those. This really neat little screw and nut assortment in this. It came in this plastic case, which is kind of cool because this can be reused, and it's definitely better than just throwing them all in one bag. And then obviously they're labeled. And then also there was a cloth of some sort, although I'm not sure what that has to do with anything yet. But I'm going to dig out the instruction manual and put this part set, I guess is probably the best word, together, and then we'll take a good look at it after I get it all assembled. So it's now all assembled. I think it took longer to peel off the protective paper off the acrylic panels than it actually did to assemble. But here's kind of a look at it. We've got the motherboard standoffs here, and then these drive bays, they kind of lock into the bottom, and then they're secured underneath by these two bolts holding them from slipping out. But I didn't have a 3.5-inch drive, so I installed this as a temporary just to get it going. And because these drive bays actually are the middle support for the case. And then I did have a DVD writer around, so this is how it actually would work. And then it comes around here. So that is kind of most of the base, as well as these little X blocks here. So that's kind of the look there. And then on the top we've got a power button and then a reset button, and I'm guessing that's a power LED and probably an HDD LED. The power supply goes here, and I'll show you how that's mounted here real quick. And then obviously the motherboard sits top here, and then these are supports for the PCI cards if you were to run one. And then we kind of unscrew here, and then you can slide the deal in and then tighten it back down. On the side here I've got USB and audio, and then everything just runs to these cables and then would plug into the motherboard like so. And they pretty cool because they left a bunch of stuff for leftovers, which is kind of nice, just in case you ever needed to change anything out and lost a screw. You've got plenty left over. And then I'm assuming this cloth is just to wipe down the shiny part of the acrylic panel. So let me go grab a power supply, and I'll mount the power supply and show you guys how that works, and then I'll mount the motherboard as well. Okay, so here's a little cheapo power supply, but anyway, how it mounts is just like this, and then it actually bolts from the bottom up. So it holds the power supply in this position here, and then you run your power cord to plug it in down up underneath there. So it's kind of a little odd. It's pulling air from the side and pushing hot air down. The hot air rises, so I don't think it'll be a problem, but it's just kind of an interesting design, it is. And then from there, obviously you just pull your cables over, plug them in to the motherboard, which I have here. And this is an ATX motherboard. It's a classified Tri-SLI EVGA board, so, and it takes up the rest of the space here. And then you can see how obviously your cards would line up and lock into place there. But yeah, like I said, this board hangs over just about the width of my thumb past the acrylic panel here. So that is how it works. The instruction manual kinda could be better. Most of it is pretty self-explanatory when you're putting it together, but yeah, it could be described a little better with some better pictures. But yeah, that is the Alpha DB6, like I said earlier. And Paul from Newegg TV YouTube channel did a really nice job reviewing and showcasing this particular product as well too, so you could definitely check that out, because I do like Paul, and I do like that channel in particular. So give that a shot if you're considering purchasing this thing. I'm glad I bought it. I think it's cost me about 50 bucks, and I think it was a hell of a value for 50 bucks for just a little test bench.